Hey everybody, it's Ashley. I know it has been way too long and I'm so sorry. It seems I have finally got my webcam issues figured out. For some weird reason, right around the time I had my surgery, my microphone had gotten switched from an integrated microphone, which is in my laptop, to an external microphone, so that's why like the last 3 or 4 videos I've recorded, y'all haven't been able to hear any sound. So I'm so sorry. You know, in those previous videos all you can see is me talking and you can't hear anything that I'm saying. I know I have 2 of them that are in the hospital and 2 that I've recorded since then. So this may be like a 2-part video kind of thing. I've got a lot to cover. Obviously, you know, everybody wants to know what's going on with me, how I'm back up in the hospital, how I'm doing now, how much weight I've lost, all of that. So this might end up being 2 videos, but at least now I know that I've gotten the webcam issue fixed, hopefully, and I'll be able to record and keep you all more updated on what's going on. So I'm just going to kind of take it from the top. Okay, so I had my Roux-en-Y gastric bypass on March 15th. I went into the hospital at the day of surgery. Well, okay, back up. Pre-op, when I started the whole thing, I was 235. I did my diet, and I got, you know, my pre-op diet, and I got down to 220 the day of surgery. My surgery was performed laparoscopically. I didn't have any issues. My surgery went flawlessly. Went into recovery, was doing fine, was in pain. I'm not going to lie, I was in a lot of pain. Oh, and it hurt really bad to get up. I was, you know, eating ice and sipping water and that kind of thing, and I was doing okay. Well, the next day they were going to send me home, and I have a 2.5-year-old, as you all know, so my mom had taken off from work to be home with my daughter, and I was like, you know, why not stay another day? I was really sore, and I knew my mom had her hands full with my daughter, so I was like, my insurance is paying for it, so why not stay another day? So everybody went home that second night. I was going to stay and rest, and everything was fine. Well, they switched me to oral pain meds, and when they did that, I started getting sick. And I'm telling you, it was the worst pain I have ever experienced in my life. If you can imagine dry heaving and just having your stomach stapled, what that would feel like. I mean, they could hear me all the way down the hall, and we couldn't get it to stop. So they called my surgeon, and this was late at night, and he wanted them to take me down for a CAT scan. Well, obviously they wanted me to drink barium, and I couldn't keep it down. So that was horrible. So I finally was able to get the barium down by like holding my nose and forcing it down, because they told me, you know, we can't do this test unless you can drink this. So they got the barium. I got the barium down. They took me down for the CAT scan, and I got back up to my room. Got back in, you know, my bed and everything, and was laying there, had just dozed off, and the surgeon came in, and he was in scrubs, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I knew before he even said anything, and he's like, Ashley, your CAT scan is inconclusive, we're going to have to take you back to surgery to do an exploratory surgery. And my heart just dropped. I was in so much shock I couldn't even cry. My mom is a nurse, and she freaked out because she had gastric bypass 10 years ago, and she just knew too much, you know, and I mean, I was just numb, and everybody's rushing around. It's like 2 in the morning, you know, everybody that's in the ORs for me, I mean, they're running through all this stuff, telling me all this stuff, you know, that they just told me the day before, but they're like, you know, you might wake up with a feeding tube, we may have to open you all the way up, depending on what we find. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to wake up to, and they took me back to surgery. I was in surgery about 2.5 hours. He went from one end to the other. Thank God he didn't find a leak. Everything was okay, but I did wake up with a drain that second time. And so ended up spending 5 days in the hospital. Got home. Of course, the second surgery really slowed my recovery down. I was in a lot of pain. You know, it was really, really rough. Well, things started getting better. You know, my recovery was slow, but things started getting better. And then probably about 3 or 4 weeks after my surgery, I started having, I just woke up one day like with horrible, horrible heartburn. And I had been on Prilosec ever since I'd had my surgery, and it was like acid that would not go away. I mean, it just would not go away. and it eventually got to the point where I couldn't drink, I couldn't eat, I was throwing up all the time. I had many trips to the ER, and they just kept putting me on different acids, and nothing was working, and this went on for about 2 weeks. And then finally, my surgeon got me in with a GI doctor, and they went down and run a scope, and I had a stricture from where my pouch empties into my intestine, that it was completely closed off. The opening was like the size of a pinhead. I mean, water couldn't get down, food couldn't get down, definitely. There was pills sitting in my stomach that they had given me to take that just wasn't going anywhere. So they dilated me a little bit, but I was still so fresh from surgery that they were afraid to dilate me because they were afraid, you know, that it would tear. So it had to go real slow, and I ended up being admitted into the hospital for a week, and that's when I recorded that second video, and that was horrible. Like, my potassium was real low, so I stayed on a potassium drip, tore my arm up. It hurt so bad. I mean, I was on morphine, I was on Zofran constantly. It was just really bad, and I ended up altogether having like 4 dilations. And so the last one I had was about 2 months ago, and I've been doing a lot better. So yeah, I mean, I had a really rough go in the beginning of this surgery. You know, at one point I thought I've killed myself. Like, I mean, legitimately, I was that sick. I was the sickest I've ever been and ever hoped to be in my life, and you know, it was rough. I mean, I was 25, and I'm thinking, you know, I had no real health problems other than borderline high blood pressure, and I thought I would do fantastic with my surgery. You know, there was no reason why I shouldn't, and I was just one of the unlucky few that, you know, there are unlucky people that have complications with the surgery, and I was one of them, you know, and thank God I had a good medical team, you know, and everything's okay. But, you know, I would tell anybody, you know, go into it knowing that, you know, this is a risky surgery, and you can have complications, and you can die, because I about did, you know. I don't have any regrets about having my surgery, and I tell people that all the time. You know, I don't regret it, but it's not been easy. It's been 4.5 months since my surgery. I've lost 74 pounds, which is insane, in 4.5 months, but I try to tell people I had a lot of problems and I had a lot of complications. And I'm right now where my surgeon would want me to be at 9-10 months post-op, and it's only been 4.5 months. I'm not complaining, by no means, neither is my doctor, but I wish I hadn't had to lose it the way that I did, you know, by being so sick and being in such bad shape. I was 235 at the beginning of all this, and I am now 161. I feel fantastic. You know, I'm so happy with the results that I have gotten. I am dealing with hair loss, which I knew would happen. It's not fun. I lose hair like crazy, and when I'm in the shower all day long, it falls out on my clothes. It's thinning majorly, probably because of how sick I was, you know, on top of the surgery itself, because, I mean, you know you're going to lose hair, but on top of that, you know, the problems I had, the vitamin deficiencies that I had, the lack of protein I was able to get in, you know, then being put to sleep so many times, because I think altogether I was put to sleep like 8 times or something. So that was crazy, you know. I'm dealing with some skin issues. They're not really bad. I'm having like some skin issues right here on my arm, but I haven't really been working out like I should because I started a new job and I'm very busy. But as you all can see, I have collarbones now that I didn't have before. My face is a lot thinner. I'll give you all a shot so y'all can see what I look like. And the clothes I've got on are kind of baggy, so they don't do really a whole lot for me. But yeah, so this is me. 4.5 months post-op. So, I mean, as you can see, I do have a little bit of skin, and I'm hoping that this will tighten up some, because, I mean, that's not cute, you know. So I do have some on my arms. And then, I mean, you can see how big my shirt is. But, and these shorts are too big too. But that's no more, you know, bumps and lumps on the back. My scars aren't very bad either. I have a few, you know, and I just can't get to where I can show you my legs. So I need to do some tightening up, you know, and that'll come with time. But, you know, I'm very happy with everything right now. I'm young, so I believe my skin will bounce back well, you know, and I can do some toning and tightening, and I'm going to actually do a body wrap too, and see, you know, how that'll do, like with my pooch, you know, for my pregnancy and stuff, and my legs. I'm not closed-minded to plastic surgery. You know, if when it's all said and done, if I had problems that really bothered me, I would consider having plastic surgery. I'm not worried about it right now because, you know, in a few years, me and my husband will probably try for another baby. So until I'm positively sure that I'm done having kids, you know, I'm not really going to focus on my stomach. But I do think everything will firm up more once I'm able to work out more. My surgeon's office gave a 6-month membership to their wellness center to everybody that has the surgery through their office. So I need to take advantage of that. I have been swimming, I do more walking, you know, I work, and so that's made it hard with my work schedule to, you know, be able to get in there and start working out. But yeah, I mean, I've done really, really well so far, you know, after the initial part of everything. Got a lot going on. I finished college in May, even through everything that was going on with my sickness and hospital stay. I graduated in May. I started a new job. I'm still staying with my parents right now, but I've actually, pretty sure, fingers crossed, found us a house, and it's very close to my parents. I should know for sure if we got it in the next day or two, so I'll be moving into there within the next few weeks, hopefully. Then my husband will be out in the military at the end of the year and be moving here permanently to be with us. So we got a lot going on. You know, it's busy, it's crazy, it's, you know, but it's fun, and I'm ready for him to be here with us permanently, you know. And so 2013 has been a very big year for us. A lot of changes, a lot going on, you know, and I said last year, though, that 2013 was going to be my year. You know, and I wanted to make changes, and I set goals for myself, and I've done that, you know. And so I'm so glad that I finally got this working so I could, you know, update you all and let you know what's going on with me. I will probably record a follow-up video to this, let you all know what I eat, how I'm doing with that, what I'm taking vitamin-wise, and yeah, I'll probably record a second video to kind of go over that, you know, for the ones that are really following my Gastro-Bypass journey, and kind of just let you know where I'm at 4.5 months out. But if you have any questions or anything, message me. I love getting y'all's messages, and I'll talk to y'all later.